Today we're going to read about Genesis chapter 8. Noah is coming out of the ark. God showed concern for Noah. He also showed concern for all the wild animals and livestock that were with Noah in the ark. So God sent a wind over the earth, and the waters began to go down. The springs at the bottom of the oceans have been closed. The windows of the skies have been closed, and the rain stopped falling from the sky. The water continued to go down from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the water had gone down, and on the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continued to go down until the 10th month. On the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains could be seen. Well, after 40 days, Noah opened the window, and he had made in the ark. He sent a raven out, and it kept flying back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Then Noah sent a dove out. He wanted to see if the water had gone down from the surface of the ground, but the dove couldn't find any place to put its feet down. There was still water over the whole surface of the earth. So the dove returned to Noah in the ark. Noah reached out his hand and took the dove in. He brought it back to himself in the ark. He waited 7 more days, and then he sent the dove out from the ark again. In the evening, the dove returned to him. There in its beak was freshly picked olive leaf. So Noah knew that the water on the earth had gone down. He waited 7 more days, and then he sent the dove out again, but that time it didn't return to him. It was the first day of the first month of Noah's 601st year. The water had dried up from the earth, and then Noah removed the covering from the ark. He saw the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God said to Noah, "Come out of the ark. Bring your wife and your sons and their wives with you. Bring out every kind of living thing that is with you. Bring the birds and animals and all the creatures that move along the ground. And then they can multiply on the earth, so they can have little ones and increase their numbers." So Noah came out of the ark. His sons and his wife and his sons' wives were with him. All the animals came out of the ark, and the creatures that move along the ground also came out, and so did all the birds. Everything that moves on the earth came out of the ark. One kind after another came out. Then Noah built an altar to honor the Lord, and he took some of all the clean animals and birds, and he sacrificed burnt offerings to the Lord on the altar. Their smell was pleasant to the Lord, and he said to himself, "I will never put a curse on the ground again because of man. I will not do it, even though his heart is always directed toward what is evil. His thoughts are evil from the time he is young. I will never destroy all living things again, as I have just done. As long as the earth lasts, there will always be a time to plant and a time to gather the crops. As long as the earth lasts, there will always be cold and heat. There will always be summer and winter, day and night." Alright, so what do we got on our Bible bubble to read today?
Love always protects. Clear the chicken.
How so?
Because God's protecting them with love.
He protected them. How did he protect them?
Kept them above the water, made sure they didn't drown. I know.
Yeah, make sure they didn't drown. Okay, Sage.
Hang on, let me find it. Yes. Not the dog. Not the pig. That one's pretty good. Did they pray in this one? Oh, they celebrated.
What's that one? Trust. How did you use this one, Sage? Trust God, we'll get over our troubles. We'll survive by leaning on each other.
Because they were in trouble because there was a flood coming.
Yeah.
But then God warned him about it, and so he had him build an ark, and he kept him safe.
Okay, Noah, how did we use the unicorn? Praise him with trumpets and horns. His love is better than life.
They gave him an altar of birds.
Yeah, they praised him.
And here's another one.
With the altar. Yeah, that's my favorite one right there. Love is patient. How did they use that one?
You always say that. They were very patient on the boat.
They had to wait
40 days and 40 days.
Yeah, 150 days till
Oh, then I left.
after the water went down. Okay, How are they being content in all things?
So they couldn't get anything new.
Yeah, it was all the same.
So no Bubby, Scarlet, Kelly, Pinky, or
I think they got Pinky. Here's what's this one?
Pray.
Pray all the time. Lord answers prayers. How did the Lord answer prayers?
Well, like, he kept them, like, safe and,
Yeah, he kept them safe.
because they'd prayed to that.
Can we change your name from Scarlet to Mahogany? Because Scarlet is too common of a horse name.
Probably, maybe.
I like Mahogany.
That's the name of a street.
Yeah.
And a
but
tree.
The
Yeah,
Lord answers
exactly.
prayers.
I think it's also a color.
That's maroon.
It's a mahogany color.
Lord answers prayers because,
Maybe.
well, God kind of made himself a prayer. He said, "I will never put a curse on the ground again because of man." That was helpful. I think they used Pinky because God said that there's always going to be a time to gather crops. And this says, "Give freely food, clothes, and hope to those in need who will gladly receive it." And he knows that Noah and his family will gladly receive it now, so he's giving them the crops in there. Let's see what else we got here. When we talk to others, say good things to help them grow strong for the horse. We kind of talked about that and this dog of don't get mixed up in silly little fights because God didn't make you so selfish. We kind of talked that it's not really, it doesn't say in the Bible, but we figured that they would have to talk nicely to get to each other to get to survive the 150 days without getting too problematic. And with humility comes honor, and pride comes before the fall. Here we talked about the people that didn't make it on the boat. That was in earlier.
Bad for them.
That was in earlier chapters. Yeah. They thought that they would have to, anyway, stay on the flood. They would be in the flood instead of on the boat. So they kind of had to fall. So that's Noah chapter 8. And using our Bible bubbles to review.